So I says to him, I says, no, put more chairs in the way. Let's show these bastards how it's done. Class is in session, ladies and gentlemen. Making an entrance 101. I am your instructor, Ryan Stoic. Nice to see ya. We're all out here for a good cause, and that reminds me of a story. I was hanging out with a friend recently, and he said to me, you know, you really need a cat. And I always thought of myself as more of a dog person, so I said, well, why do you say that? He said, well, cats are for lonely people. You're lonely. Plus, you know, if you got a dog, you'd have to walk it. Oh, yeah. So since dog was out, I wasn't really a cat person. Got a guinea pig named Harvey. I figured I could watch him run on the wheel all day long and get super jealous. Thank you. Thanks very much. But I come bearing gifts tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Presents, baubles, pretty things, all for you. No, you're welcome. The gift that I have for you is for your entire lives. When you see folk like me a-shuffling down the street with the aforementioned swagger, your parents and people you were with always said, no, don't stare, don't look at him. No, that's not polite. Ladies, gentlemen, everything in between, my gift to you is for 15 whole minutes. You have my express written permission. I'm going to write it down. You can stare at the disabled guy. You're welcome. And after the show, you can have sex with the disabled guy. For 2 whole minutes. Not that I'm short-winded or anything. There's just a great crowd tonight. There's a lot of people here. I believe in fairness, and everybody deserves a turn. That's all I'm saying. The line will form here. No one's in it. It's okay. You know, I've often thought, just like you people are thinking right now, well, here's a man who's got stuff together. He is dressed for success, and that is for damn sure. And while it's true, but I hate to disappoint you, I actually put very little effort into what goes on here. No, yeah. This is all just natural charisma, I'm afraid. But I would like to have been kind of a fly on the wall in heaven when they were having the conversation to make me. Here's how it must have gone. I've had this conversation over and over in my mind. God must have been like, all right, boys, bring it in. Wheel it out, all right? Here's what we're going to need. We got the new model coming up. We're going to give it some new things. Here's what we need. It's got to be good looking. It's got to be intelligent. It's got to be really witty. And, whoa, yeah, you're right. Hold on. That's not fair. You shouldn't have everything. Everybody's going to feel bad. We got to take something. That's my God pondering impression. Gotta take something. Let me see. Yeah, knock off the legs. That's good. Oh, whoa. Shave a few inches off that dong, will you? He'll put some eyes out with that thing. My God. Me. Huh? Oscar Wilde like wordplay like that. And then God's like, and there's some people in the audience going, all these comedians, all they're doing is talking about their genitals. No, I'm talking about God talking about my genitals. Cut above the rest, that is me. Man, thanks a lot, you guys, for coming out. I really hope you keep laughing at my jokes. I hope you like them, because if you don't, it's a hate crime. Also, I'm really hoping this goes well, because nobody laughs. I'm strongly considering hanging myself from the shower curtain rod when I get home tonight. And I've thought about it, and I'd have to move some stuff around. It would really kind of ruin my Tuesday night. And let's be honest with ourselves, I'm really not sure my shower curtain rod can support all that weight. And I already suffer enough human indignities as it is. See stage entrance. I really don't think you guys should put me through that. Stop being so selfish and think about me for a change. That's right. Now, I know everybody has had this experience. Happens to everybody at least once. You run into somebody that you haven't seen for a good long time. And they try to pay you a compliment. I ran into a friend of mine recently. She said, "Hey, you're looking well." The thing about that was she sounded way too surprised by that. Her words were nice, but her intent, what she intended was, "Hey, you're standing upright. Kinda. You've managed to dress yourself. Poorly, but still, way to go. Good for you. Hey, you're not selling badly bruised oranges on a freeway off-ramp for drug money. I owe your dad $20. Some of you guys out there look like my father right now. Disappointed. Disappointment's something I've been dealing with my whole life, really. And it does start when you're a little kid. You start getting introduced to the concept of disappointment. And for me, it started with music. It started with music because when you're a kid, you're kind of a slave to what your parents are listening to. You kind of have to groove along to whatever's going on in the house, right? Can you imagine my shock and dismay the first time I heard Stairway to Heaven? Shit. More stairs. Even Jesus has it in for me. That's perfect. I often envision myself finally getting up to the pearly gates, and get to see St. Peter, climb those stairs, feeling like Rocky Balboa climbing the Philadelphia Museum of Art when I get up there. And, "Hey, yo, how you doing? St. Peter, you're a good guy. Yeah, absolutely, I gotta do what I gotta do. Fight the big fight. I gotta climb the stairs, I can't just sit there. I gotta see if I'm in the book, get to heaven, I can't just sit at the bottom and be greedy and lazy." Oh, I forgot where I was for a minute. Thanks, Sly, for bringing me back to earth. But St. Peter would look at me with that dead look in his eyes and go, "I don't know, man. Kinda thought he'd be taller." Letting down the saints, that's what I do. And before I leave you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you a couple more dum-dum stories. I was hanging out with another friend recently, another long-awaited reunion, hadn't seen him in a while. And they say, "Hey, man, you're looking good." And my first thought was what yours are. No way, really? But then it sank in, slowly but surely. I was like, oh man, I'm looking good. What am I doing? I got to think about this. What is this magic? There's clearly something different going on. I'm looking good today. Did I comb my hair? What am I wearing? Did I tie my shoes without laces? Yes, I did. What's going on? I've been running through my mind for hours at this social gathering trying to come up with the answer. And when everything was through and I was going home for the night, I ran as fast as... I can't lie to you people. I did what I do home as fast as I could. Can't legally call it running. There are people that are awful picky about that in this state. But I run straight for the bathroom and I want to take a look in the mirror, good long look and see what's going on. Imagine my disappointment when I see staring back at me the same pair of dead eyes hidden behind a mane of gorgeous hair that I deal with every day. And you know, when people say things like that, I know you're trying to be nice, I know you're trying to be a compliment, but take it from me, don't do it. It's hurtful. Because everybody, come on. I know what's going on here, I know what's happening. I know I look like the quivering dog from the Sarah McLachlan commercials. You know, the one that looks right into the camera and shakes right before "Why Did They Hit Me" flashes across the screen? That's what's happening here. And there are several of you out in the crowd with the light going off over your head going, yeah, he totally does. Ladies and gentlemen, I will leave you with one final thing. I want to tell you a story, but first I want to say thank you. Not just for coming out, not just for supporting a great cause, for seeing some great entertainment, because we got some for you tonight, but for keeping your expectations nice and low. Yes, we like that. And I'm going to finish up tonight by telling you a story about how low expectations can be amazing. I was at a show recently in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Anybody familiar? Anybody ever been? Yeah, we got some people that have traveled to the big scary city before. Some of you might be familiar with this. I went to a show called Batman Live. You know, for the ladies. Had front row tickets, not bragging, just saying, got that kind of pull. Ladies. And the hotel that we stayed at was awesome. The entire weekend was great. So we're going down. It was one of those fancy places with the continental breakfast. Let's have some applause for the continental breakfast, because those Jimmy Dean sausage biscuits in the microwave need some tender love and care. Can I get an amen? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right, all right. So we've got our Eggo action. We have got our sausage biscuits. We are ready to go. We've got our milkless frosted flakes because America. We are headed up to the elevator bank, and as fate would have it, who else is staying at the hotel with us that weekend but representatives from the Special Olympics? Some of you know where this is going. Some of you, it's just like me, give you a while, you'll get there. It's all right. But there was a middle-aged woman that was walking down the hall, and she was walking hand in hand with one of the Special Olympians. I'm assuming she was functioning as some sort of aide. And she gets about 3 steps past my friends and I, and reaches up to grab my arm like this, really aggressively like this. I assume it is either A, to knife me. It was Minneapolis, I didn't know. Or B, to get my attention. I went with get my attention. She then palmed a knife. No, she didn't. She looked at me and said, "Hey, man, you're doing it, dude. All right." And some of you let out some gasps out there, and you must be thinking, "Oh, no, that's terrible. How could she talk down to him like that? I would never put up with that, not in a million years." And ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, if you're thinking that, I'm sorry, but you missed the point. Remember, we're talking about low expectations. She wasn't talking down to me, heavens no. She thought I was an athlete. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been beautiful. Thank you very much. I bring up to you our host and MC who is going to grace us with some giggles. My friend, my brother, my partner, and all-around good guy. Also, he hosts the weekly comedy sessions at Rookies Comedy Club. If you like more of this magic, come out and see us. We're there to entertain you. Mr. Nathaniel Holtz, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Get up here!